to the public. Nowadays, when you play a YouTube video, there are many ads coming up in line regarding web hosting. Companies like Hostinger, Bluehost, DigitalOcean, GoDaddy provide web hosting services. So, what exactly is web hosting? How important is it to our brand? Why having a good web hosting impacts our brand? To answer all these questions, today we have our esteemed speaker, Heyram Double, who would be talking all about web hosting. Heyram is a digital product designer based out in India. He's also the founder and CEO of HE5 Solutions. He's also a student volunteer at IEEE Madras 5P. So, a warm welcome to you, sir. And so basically the session flow would be something like the sir will be taking a session for like 1.5 hour or 1 hour 20 minutes, and the last 10 minutes would be dedicated for the Q&A session. So all the questions would be asked during that time. If you have any questions during the session, please put it in the chat box. We'll be considering them during the Q&A session. So yeah, over to you, sir. You can start the session.
Thank you for your warm welcome. Good afternoon, everyone, and I hope you are all doing good. Okay, let me present my screen. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it is being presented.
Okay, now we can start with a quick question. According to you, why there is a need for a website and why it is used? You can share your views in the chat box, or you can also unmute and share your views.
Heyram, I guess full screen didn't happen. Can you please check it again?
I can't get you, bro.
Full screen isn't working. Can you check it again?
Sir,
Uh,
please put it in the slideshow mode so that it will be full screen.
I believe like when you're doing the slideshow, it's another frame. You can share your entire screen.
Yeah, that's bro.
Hopefully,
That's
share it. Yeah, yep, yep. And we are getting the responses in the chat window. You can have a check on that as well.
yes, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
promoting our brand to advertise our products. Then, okay. Thank you. Bless him and letting the word know about anything we want to share. Yeah, that's also a great point. Thank you, Dheeraj. And now we can enter to the session. In this session, we are going to learn about web hosting and how to use WordPress for designing a website. And as I said before, myself Heyram, digital product designer from India, and I have also running my company called Heyram Solutions, and I'm also volunteering at various IEEE events. And my portfolio site is heyram.heyfe.in. First, we can discuss about why we need a website. And the main advantages of the website is you can get a more growth opportunity because it is a place where you can get more views and it is easily shareable, and it is also linked with various digital marketing strategies such as SEO and all things. And it acts as a main platform to exchange your information. The information may be the customer's feedback or an offer on your site or an additional services that you are going to provide. So it can be updated even a second. Instead of sharing an physical hard copy as a company's profile or in the or also the resumes, it cannot be updated day by day. Since if you have shared a hard copy, maybe since they are students, I can explain in the form of resume. If you share a resume is in the form of hard copy in 2019, and if somebody needs to check your resume at 2020, they will just check that same file. So the events you participated and the achievements you have done between the 2019 to 20 cannot be updated to them because it is the file shared 1 year before. And instead of sharing as a file, if we share as in the form of link, the link to the website that can be updated day by day by yourself, and he and the respective persons can also view from there. And the another main advantages of having an online presence is market expansion. For example, if a cloth vendor is selling a cloth in a particular district in Tirupur, he can only sell in his surroundings, and he do not find another ways to sell to around the world without going to the vendors and other the agents too. So even the price will also get raised, because if he sell only in Tirupur, it will be, or if it changes the hands changes to the other vendors and agencies, they should also earn some money, and so the price will also get raised, and it is get not much reached. And if we have an online presence, we can open to our market to all over the world, and we can also deliver them products through the automatic shipping calculations APIs too. And the another thing is app development. App development is more advantageous than website. That the only difference is the website cannot be saved, but the website cannot much saved, and the app can be installed and you can get more data. It can act as a direct communication and engagement with the clients and customers. Even you can find in many apps, in sometimes rarely you can get a notification as kindly provide your feedback, and kindly provide your feedback to improve our skills, or kindly provide the feedback to continue the app, like that. It is the reason that they are finding the people's need. They are researching on what the people's exactly require and what the people needs, and they are developing the app, and they are developing the new apps, or instead of developing them, they will be adding as a feature to the existing app, and that is an updation. So it will help you to more engage, and it is easy to reach your customers through push notifications, and it can also help you more and more, and it can improve your customers engagement. Easily you can get the data of what customers are searching more, and what the customers are needed, and what the customers are finding to get an additional, like that. And it also helps you to increase the brand awareness. Using the app, you can also, as I said before, you can also send the push notifications. The push notifications may be in the form of offers, or in the form of new products, services, or it can be birthday wishes, birthday wishes messages too. So it will attract the customers more and more. And as a web designer, we should look on to create the website as much as responsive and user friendly. The users should not be the users should not find to focus on that letters without any tension, or it should, if a user visits the website, he should have a feel that we need to continue the website reading more, and we need to continue the reading the contents, etc. And if it is not much responsive, it will irritate the customers that why we need to read this, and why we need to they will just pause on by reading the headings. So while designing website, we need to develop as much as responsive and user friendly. And now we can get into hosting. Generally a website is a combination of codes. Whatever the software, it may be a WordPress, or it may be an Wix, or all the things will be converted into a codes, and we need a space to save that code, and we need an internet connection to link that code to the internet. And for basically, if we need to we need to keep a self-hosted website. Generally, we need a web server, that is a system, or a CPU system, or like that, which with the UPS and internet service, so that is the place where the actually website codes and data will be stored. And if in general we will be seeing HTML codes, and we will be saving, and we will be running, no, that is the thing here also. Even if you design with WordPress, it will change that the thing which you do in the drag and drop, or it may be in the editors, it will convert that into a PHP and HTML codes, and it will save us. That is called as referred to be a framework. That is, instead of coding, if you drag and drop the elements, it will also automatically write the respective code, and it will be saved in the file. And for saving, we will need the file, and it is not only a system is enough. We need the 24 by 7 internet connection with high speed, and mainly we also need a domain name server, that is a DNS server. Generally all the systems and servers are mentioned by in the form of IP address, that is it may be in the form of numbers with my dots in the middle. So it is, if we host a website in my system and its IP address may be 10.10.1.1, I need to, every time I need to say that my IP address is 10.10.10.1. And hearing that IP address, people may sometimes can be do correctly, or sometimes they can get confused with the numbers, because it is series of numbers with the center with the, between dots, series of numbers in between there are dots. So it may confuse people, and it is also more tough to get visualized in the SEO. And so we need a DNS name service, and we also need a cooling system for that system, because since the system will be running 24 by 7, eventually a heat will be generated, and so we need to set up a cooling system. And so the cost, if you use the dedicated server, the cost will rise above 1 lakhs, because you need to set up a server, and you need to create a space, and you need to 24 by 7 internet connections and name domain name servers. It's a separate server to connect a domain, that is a domain like .in, heyram.in, hefe.in.com, like that. So the work of the domain DNS server is it will assign the domain name to the IP address. So everybody can view the IP address. For example, if I have a website as the IP address of 10.10.1, instead of sharing as 10.10.1, and I can using domain server, I can change assign to that to the another domain as heyram.in, and so just I can share as Heyram. My website is heyram.in instead of saying as 10.10.1. So it is easy to readable, easy to understand, and it is easy to keep in mind. And it looks like why we can't keep it. It is just we are memorizing phone numbers, or why we can't remember. But memorizing a single website using IP address can be can be possible. But while you are getting to know about many sites, it is tough to get to know about that site. So these are the main things, and it is also not after installing and setting this server, we also do the maintenance too. If it is get down, or if it get any problems, we need to rectify that, and we need to monitor 24 by 7. But it's difficult to us now, and so we're going with the hosting providers. That is, they will have a server, and they will have a DNS servers and other internet connections and service, all the things they will take care of, and we need to pay in the basis of monthly or in the basis of yearly, as we can set an example as a store rent. We can pay the rent for the store, and we can decorate that block, that building or block, and we can decorate, and we can use it the space, and we can also use it the other stuffs, and we can showcase our product like that. That is, the store space can be considered as a server provider. That is, we will be using their space, and we will be doing that. And generally, web hosting services that allows organizations and individuals to post their website. For example, if you need a website only for a month of 2 months, if you buy the server for that, it will be cost so high for because you need to buy a new server, you need to buy new DNS servers, and all this stuff too. Instead of that, if we prefer to go with the hosting providers such as Hostinger, and I will also mention, I will also show the hosting providers through which we can host our sites for free too. So these hosting providers we can get at us in the form of space and speed, RAM capability, etc. As the space, speed, RAM capability increases, the cost will also get increases. And through this hosting, most and all the hosting providers will also provide mail to create a domain mail account, that is a professional mail account. For example, if you are having a professional company, if instead of sending an mail of a professional company, we can take an example as fashion stores. Instead of sending saying that the mail ID of my store is fashion stores or gmail.com, You can keep it as a domain mail ID as Hefe has it as info@hefe.in, admin@hefe.in. It will be get unique and it shows your professionalism too. And let me display some of the hosting providers. The hosting providers mentioned is not limited to this. I'm just saying some of the references. First, we can see with the free platforms, that is WordPress. WordPress generally is an open source software, but they are providing free hosting too on a basic criteria with some limitations like that. Because if you took up the WordPress free hosting, you can't get the link the domain as .in.com etc. You can get a domain as your name .wordpress.com. So it will be you can get host your website free, and it will be also linked with the basic search engine optimization with the Google, and you can also keep updated, and some branding details will cannot be removed from that site. That is, it will show the site developed by WordPress or site is hosted in WordPress like that. But it is very useful for creating resume sites because we much not prefer to pay spend money for just creating a resume sites which is to share to others. For that we can go with WordPress and we can develop a site and we can go with that and we can also share that too. And then it's just GitHub pages. Through GitHub pages you can host the HTML and PHP written websites for free itself, and if you need you can also connect with the domain too. And if since it is free, all the platforms will be having some limitations and restrictions because it is free. And if you can choose the platform according to a basic requirement, or you can go with paid hosting, or if you need with free hosting, you can get with according to your requirements, your budget, etc. But GitHub pages do not support much with the MySQL databases like that. You can just host a static website which is made up of HTML, JavaScript, etc. And the third is Triple Zero Web Host. Triple Zero Web Host is one of the free web hosting provided by a subsection of Hostinger, where you can host, you can install WordPress, you can host your own PHP posts, you can host your own HTML made websites, etc. with the monthly bandwidth of 300 MB and the storage of 1 GB. And the next is Infinity Free. Infinity Free is also a platform where you can host your websites for free. But in this case of Infinity Free provides you an unlimited bandwidth and unlimited storage for free. But they will restrict on the number of users coming to a site. If you have the number of users coming to a site increases, it will increases the above limit. It will just shut down your website for 24 hours, and it will shows the website's address site is running on Infinity Free. That cannot be changed. But it can be more useful for testing purposes, for testing with heavy data, etc. And freehosting.com. It is freehosting.com. It is also a platform where you can host up to 2 sites with 2 database. But in free hosting, you can't get SSL support, and in free hosting, you will can't get any domain alias. The above all the 4 hosting which I mentioned, you can get a domain alias so that you can also no need to spend for the domain, because even getting a domain is not a free task, it should be also paid. And every domain has its price and its value according to its usage, according to its preference, according to its needs. For example, if we choose to use the domain as .in, it's you need to pay for the above up to 600 to 700 per year for only using having that domain name as hefe.in. And if you go with a .com, it worth of 2000 per year, because it is a commercial domain used by many store owners or online e-commerce store vendors, etc. So even if for the contest purpose, you can use this following free platforms too. You can also use you install WordPress, or you can also creating any other platforms, and you can also update here. And some of the most preferred paid hosting plans, the first one is Hostinger. Hostinger will provide you all functions, and the support provided by them are so good, and they are providing many auto installations, etc. And the next is Sharp Hosting. Sharp Hosting is also a hosting company through which they will provide hosting with some space, etc. Space, bandwidth, visitors link, etc. And you can, if you need, let me display this for a second. If you need, you can note down these platform names, or else let me share you this file through any of the communication networks. Uh, Organizers, is it possible to share this file to the participants?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, then it's fine. We will be sharing, and you can, using this link, you can get to know about all the platforms, and you can create your site for one. And in the case of paid hostings or in the case of free hosting, we also have many hosting types. Since if we are starting a basic company, we don't. If I starting a basic company, I don't need of a speed of 100 GB bandwidth or 100 GB RAM. For me, it's 2 to 3 GB is enough. I no need more than that, and I no need much speed and no not needed that. So the hosting thereof, in that case, you can go with shared hosting. That is, let me explain the hosting types one by one. Yeah. First, we can go with shared hosting. Shared hosting is one server will be used by many clients. That is clients in the sense if we purchase a shared host in the Hostinger or in the short host, we will be also considered as a clients to them. I will explain from their hosting provider side. That is one server will be shared by 10 or 20. It may be uh, it will be decided on the capacity of that one server. So that if server speed is 100 GB, let we can discuss that as if a single server is there, it is a single server and its RAM speed is 100 GB RAM. Let it be 100 GB. And so that now we can divide that 100 GB RAM into a 100, that is 100 accounts with 1 GB RAMs. So 100 account with 1 GB RAM can be hosted on that one server itself. So basically the shared hosting cost will also be less and it can be used for the starting of any business. It is mostly used for the starting of any business and other things too. And the next is virtual private server, that is VPS hosting. This is the VPS hosting is one. It is not will be included in the dedicated server, and it will be also not included in the shared server. It will be in the middle of both with the max with little speed than the shared hosting. That is sharing a server by 2% or 3%. That is the sharings will get reduced, so that the capacity of the server can be increased. And the third thing is dedicated server hosting. This will be a little much higher than the other two because a dedicated whole server will be allotted to you. That is one who purchases that. A dedicated IP address will also be provided by them. You can also use that. That is, a dedicated system is only for using only for your website, and it will be not shared on the additional services too. In case of shadow hosting, that is one server will be shared by all the 10 members. In case of dedicated server, one server will be shared only by the one person. So the capacity and the speed and the response speed will be so high since it contains only one website. And it can be also, if a same user creates more than 10 websites, it will be also, it is there in the one dedicated server for us. So it will be higher in the cost and it will be higher in the features and other advantages, speed, everything. And then it's just cloud hosting. Nowadays, the big industries are moving towards the cloud hosting. That is, two or three servers are combined for together and they will provide you that server. For example, if I have three servers with 10 GB RAM each, they will be doing that. They will combine the three servers to a single server and they will providing for me. That is, I can get a website for 30 GB RAM and the respective storage. So it will be more speed as well because even in a dedicated server, it has only one server. Even if a single server if that get any distractions or get any slow, it will be compiled, the website will also be slow. But in the case of cloud hosting, if a one server is slow, it can be get capable with this another server. So the website speed and the features will be so in the, and it will be in the peak. And now we can discuss about what is WordPress. Generally, WordPress is a free and open source CMS system. That is a content management system. You can manage all your contents in that. In the form of that, I will show a demo, and it will be placing it in the respective places. That is, if you let me have an example. Let me have an example as a mark system. That is the examination result system. That is, they will be uploading our marks in one area. It may be their portal. They will be awarded in the form of list, because teachers will, the professors will fill up the list with the marks. They are uploading in one area. And while we are viewing, we will be getting only a specific data from that. That is, from that, the necessary data is transferred to the user. That is called as a content management system. In WordPress, we will be uploading most of our contents in the control panel, and it will get reflected to the where the actually we need that content, and it can, or it will be also having a filter criteria. For example, let we go take an online store. In online store, we will be updating all our products in the dashboard. Just a minute. Sorry for the interruption. We will be adding all our products in the control panel itself. We will be listing with the size, weight, all the stuffs. And while viewing the website, we can view that even in the Amazon you can get as many categories. But all the products of that, all the categories will be updated in the same place only. But it can be extracted by applying the filter and other process. If we need to choose as choose only, if you need to view only the men's clothes, we can choose the category as men. We can choose a category as men, and we can get proceed further, and we can purchase the products. And that is called as a content management system. That is, the content will be uploaded in one place, our database, and it should be displayed, or it should be provide the result basics on the basis of the content in another place or in the another page. And the WordPress is basically written in PHP, and it is paired with MySQL and MariaDB for the database purposes to store all the user data, website data, and everything. And the main advantages of the WordPress is one is open source. Anybody can use that software. The open source and free I mentioned here only about the software, not about the hosting. We can get the software as free, and we can get hosting from the another, and we can host that software in that hosting platform. And the main and the another useful of the WordPress plugin is it has a feature of plugin architecture and template system. Plugin architecture is that if you need any another option in the Knit, is there Knit? Do you have any doubts? Okay, let me proceed. So that even if you need all the additional features you need in a website can be added through the plugin. If you need an online store, if you need to create an online store, you can use the plugin as WooCommerce. Or if you need to create an LMS system, you can use the plugin such as WordPress LMS or Tutor LMS, and so on. So the plugin is not. Click, can you mute yourself? Yeah, thank you. And so the plugin is not developed not only by the WordPress developers. The plugin can be, the WordPress plugins can be developed by anyone in this world. If they have a knowledge on MySQL and PHP, anyone can develop the plugins. Even many companies launches their own plugins to support the WordPress developers and to increase the efficiency of the WordPress. For example, let me have a system that just I think you may aware of that. That is, if you are having an online store and you are selling a product, online store, and you are selling a book, and you are selling a physical book, not an ebook, you are selling a physical books, and you have uploaded the product as let it be a WordPress guide, and the weight of the book is about 900 grams weight, and the dimensions are, you have the dimensions, and you can upload the images of the book, and if you can you can get some orders, and you can also collect money. But here you will be getting a question as how I can deliver the book. If the worth of the book is 100, which I bought from the wholesale, if as a seller, I need to get some revenue so that I can sell the book as at 120 rupees like that. And if somebody from, I am in Tamil Nadu, if somebody are delivering within the Tamil Nadu, the delivery charge will be 50. Or if somebody are delivering from the Delhi, I need to spend more on delivery charge. At that time, you can get a confusion that how we can deliver that and how we can fix the price of the book. Because if you sell a book, if you, we can have a scenario as if the delivery charge of transferring that book from Tamil Nadu to Delhi can be for it's, I don't know the exactly, but we can fix it as 200 rupees. And I will fix as okay, the delivery charge is 200 rupees, and I have added to my product price itself, that is 120 rupees plus 200 per transportation. If I add like this, maybe a person from Delhi or away from the Delhi can purchase that. But the person from Tamil Nadu or in the nearer districts, why we need to pay 200 for a book? Because its cost also high. The book worth is 120 rupees and it goes to 320 rupees. So they may buy, but the persons who will be in the near places will hesitate to buy. Why we need to buy for this month? Further, we can go and buy directly itself. For that, there is a plugin called ShipRocket. ShipRocket is a courier partner plugin. They will be handled with many others. If you that is the ShipRocket plugin is actually developed by the ShipRocket developers. It is not developed by the WordPress developers. It is developed by the ShipRocket developers. That is, if we install that plugin in our WordPress and activate and the transportation, that is the courier charge, will be automatically calculated by the delivery pin code. On comparing the pickup pin code and the delivery pin code, the amount for the transportation will be collected, so that the person inside that area can get with a small amount of delivery code, that is 120 rupees book to 150 rupees, 30 rupees for delivery. And in the person is in Delhi, he can get the book at the rate at his current delivery rate. So here you can see that the plugin is not actually developed by the WordPress company or WordPress developers. It is developed by ShipRocket. So that many of the business partners and business are developing their own plugins and they are integrating with WordPress, because WordPress is one of the most easiest way to create the website. And so they are start selling. Even if you have a company or build a new web plugin, there are many paid plugins too also for WordPress. Paid plugins also for WordPress, and you can get a licensed plugins too. And now, without further going with this PPT itself, we can see a live demo on this. Till now, if the participants, if you have any queries, you can ask. You can ask in the chat box, or you can also unmute and ask your queries. And I'm expecting many questions from the participants, because website is website, not only the website, information technology is the field. There will be a problem will be arising day by day with many, and even the advantages and test cases are arising day by day. Is there any questions? Okay, would plugins be linked to other real shipping companies? Yeah, thank you, Dheeraj, for your question. Basically, as I said, the ShipRocket is a plugin provider. That is, he is a plugin developer and a website developer. He is developing his own website, and even ShipRocket don't have a courier service. Yes, even ShipRocket don't have the courier service, but he is developing a plugin for a courier system. The thing is, ShipRocket will link with various courier services, others which is available outwards. It acts like only a bridge to the courier service companies, and the couriers and the persons like the shop owners who need that courier service. They have just created a platform to integrate these two customers, that is the one who have the courier service one and one who have a store and he need a courier service to transfer his product. So he will be the if you look at this process, the only the real shipping companies are collaborated with the ShipRocket. Would knowledge of MySQL needed to develop a website? Not exactly. Websites can be developed in two forms. One is by complete coding. That is writing as even a single line of code in the any PHPs or etc. In that case, you need knowledge on MySQL because you need to connect the database and you need to transfer the data from it. Even if you for a website, let me say an example. What are the data to be stored in a website? Okay, for example, we can go with the online store itself. Why we need to confuse that examples? If it is an online store, first of all, you need to store the user's login IDs, password, and his addresses, informations, etc. And you also need to store the sub data such as orders of the users, what the users have purchased, their users or searching for its next purchase and what the products he have filled with in the cart like that. And if you go with complete coding, you definitely need a knowledge on MySQL. At least you need the basic knowledge to connect that data transformation. Or if you go with frameworks, that is, the framework is nothing but that it will write code for you. For example, let we have a condition, a simple condition which we will be knowing by everyone. That is, every programming, this question will be a basic question. That is, we need to get an input number and we need to find whether it's a negative number or positive number. Generally, we will add a if condition and we will be add as if it is less than 0, it is negative. If it is greater than 0, it is positive. This will be written. But what the framers will do that you will be having an option like if. If is an option, if like scratch. I think you may aware about the scratch. Let me also show how it works. And the thing which I'm showing now is not an it's a basic app development platform, but I will just showing to explain that actual process of that frameworks. And in case of using frameworks, you don't need much knowledge on programming. A basic knowledge on HTML and CSS is enough for that. Yeah. Now I can show this app creator 24 is a framework for an app development framework. That is with this you can create Android apps without knowing any coding languages and also without having an Android studio. Let me show this block step. Here you can see that many blocks are here. Let's say how explain my condition. Yeah, this is the thing. Here I have just a drag and drop restriction called if. That is, in the back end, it will automatically write its own sentence, that is if bracket. And if I add a value to this if, it will also be assigned to that if condition. So this is called framework. Here you can see an example, that is when screen error occurred, you can do these things. This can be written as a code in the Android Studio itself. But the framework is when we just drag and drop the elements, it will automatically write its own code, and it will not much save our drag and drops, and it will save as a code. Even whatever you do in WordPress will be saved as a PHP, HTML, JavaScript codes in the backend. I hope I have answered your question. Thank you. Thank you. Is there any other questions? Okay. And the another thing is you can also create free websites with the free hosting at the Google Drive itself. Some of them may not aware about that. May I explain this too? Go to Google Drive and click on New. And if you click on more, you get an option as Google Sites. And through Google site, you can also create a free website without knowing any coding or much much knowledge on the site field itself. And this will be in the form of drag and drop. Drag and drop. Let me type my name Heyram. And if you can also change the picture which you already have, or you can also choose the picture which they have provided. And whatever the things you need for a basic website are available in this site dashboard. That is, if you need to add a text, just to click that. It is getting loaded. If you click, it will be automatically added here, and you can add a text. And if you need if you need to add an image, or if you need to embed a code, you can do that. And you can also select design by selecting the layout too. And using the Google sites is how maintenance is done. In case of, I can't get your question clearly. Yeah, I think you are asking about the maintenance of the websites. The maintenance of the websites are done by the developers only. But in case of, if you are asking about the maintenance of the servers, it will be done by the hosting providers. For example, if I think can't get you which you are asking about the website maintenance or about the server maintenance. The server, in case of paid hostings, the server maintenance will be done by the hosting providers itself. For that only we are paying the money from the month wise or in the year wise, so that we will be having only the development works, and can have our website done. And all the maintenance support will be provided by the hosting providers itself. And if the server get any error, they will be rectified as soon as possible. And or if they can't rectify, they will assign the another server to our website, so that our website do not get any downtimes or do not get any errors, etc. And you can also delete and selections too. And if you need to add a slideshow, there is an option called image cursor. You can also use that way. If you just click, it will be asking you to select an image. And you need to select that images. Let me search from the Google, like we have car. You can select an image. Let me have a 2-3 course, and you click on insert. And this is not compulsory that you need to select the images which is available here. You can also upload your images which is available in your personal PC, etc. by clicking on upload image. And if you click on insert, the cursor will be there in the slideshow will be inserted. And the main thing is now this is and we have placeholder, YouTube, calendar, map, whatever the things which are basic things you need, whatever the basic things you need for a website, you can build with this Google sites. but the Google sites do not show much, not much other options. It is a site which is can be used for the beginners. It has only drag and drop options. It don't have much any other options. Even you can't create any online store or content management system, etc. This is like you just create a website with a drag and drop, and we can publish, and we can, and the link will be, you can in the Google sites you cannot connect with the custom domain, and the link will be follows as sites.google.com/view, and you can have your unique abbreviation, like let me have a Heyram. Sorry for the interruption. Next, if I publish as Heyram and I will click on publish, if the name is already used by another person, we can't publish that, because we can publish only one name at a time. And let me open this in the, let me open the publisher site too. And if you click on publisher site, and this is a site we have created just now using, and the image cursor will be there. I think we have selected the same images. Yeah, it is working. And these Google sites can be used for only for static websites, and we can create many, and it is completely free. We don't need to pay anything, and we don't also have any restrictions in the form of views or in the form of resource usage or in the form of bandwidth. So it can be used for basic websites. Do you have any for of the available plans, which one would be considered the best according to yourself for a small new business, and what limitation does WordPress have? First things I need to explain that, as I said before, WordPress is just a software. WordPress software does not provide any limitations. Only WordPress hosting will be having some limitations. Or if you're ready to spend at least for the domain such as your company with the .in domain, since I have my website such as hefe.in. At the starting stage, I didn't purchase any hosting providers. I have just used the free hosting platforms such as 000 Web Host and Infinity Free to host my website. So that it is not, I spend just only 1 year before, I just only spent 450 rupees for buying only the domain. And I have connected my domain to the another free hosting providers, and I have started my website to be live. And Dheeraj, for a small, even for a, generally for a business, I prefer you to go with the paid domain itself. Because, for example, if you are starting a domain at the WordPress.com, let it be, if you are starting now at say WordPress.com and you have named a business name .wordpress.com, and if you need to increase your, if you have get some money revenue, and you are planning to shift your website to the next level, at the time you need to get a domain only. Only the domain websites are more professional, because it will make you as an unique. And if it make you as a unique, instead of using free domains, you can use that. And while you are upgrading to the domain, some people will be looking to your old domain, and some people will be looking to your new domain. So it will leads to lack of some of the viewers and the customers. Because still to 2020, if you keep this in the free domain such as .wordpress.com, and after that if you change the domain, the persons who's know only that WordPress.com domain cannot view the new site. Or else you need to create a separate page in the WordPress, and you can create that, click here to view the new site, like that. So it will be somewhat confusable. If you are ready to invest in only in domain for 500 to 600 rupees, you can use any of the online platforms I have listed, and you can publish your website. I hope I have answered your query. Thank you. And the next is like WordPress for websites. Can we develop apps using available free things? Yeah, it's possible. You can use Sketchware, and the next is which I have shown now, MIT App Inventor. And the next another website, but I'm not much aware about that. But it is a new platform which is coming have come now. That is Codeler.io. It is also a web development platform where you can create Android apps without any coding. MIT App Inventor is there, and App Creator 24 is there. But among this will be some this, and the App Creator 24 will be unique, because there you need some coding, not in the typing form. You need to drag and drop. That is, the coding knowledge is not much needed. You need the logical thinking. That is the main thing we need for all the websites, or it may be a web development. Or even if you are good at thinking logic, and if you don't know any programming language, it is very useful. Because even I was not much aware about that all the programming languages, but I know Python because it is in my college syllabus. So I know Python. I will think all the possibilities in the name of Python itself. If the thing is, if I need to find the number submitted by the user to be positive or negative, if it is done in a website, we can also create Python website with Python, but not I have created. So I will go with PHP for website, and so I will just look for the syntax. If I need to join two strings, it is named as string concatenation. I know string concatenation in Python, but I don't know in PHP. And I will just search that string concatenation syntax for PHP, so that I can easily embed that. The only thing is, whatever the more than a programming language, you need more logical thinking skills. That is needed. And this Codeler can be also used to create apps, and you can and it is completely free of cost. Since you can see it is completely free of cost, they will get some percentage of amount if you use the app as a monitor. If you monetize the app, that is, if you are using AdSense for displaying ads, at that one case they will be charging you a commission, or else they will no charge. You can create unlimited projects. And the another good thing is, you can create a project here, and you found that a feature cannot be added here, but it is possible in Android Studio. Then you will be wonder how we have created this, and we need this feature is needed most, and now how we can create from start in the Android Studio. But the option is, you can download the source code of that project in the form of AIA file, so that you can download the AIA file from the website, and you can upload the AIA file in the Android Studio, and you can edit, you can proceed the editing further, and you can move on. So it will be more useful to create Android apps. And in the case of iOS apps, I'm not much aware. Still now I didn't get any frameworks to create iOS from scratch. If I get so, it may be discussed in any other further sessions. I hope I have answered your question, Angel. Thank you. Is there any other questions? Okay. Now we may go with the example of a free hosting server. This 000 web host is actually done by the is a section of a hostinger. The hostinger is completely paid, and for providing free resources, they have created in the name of hostinger. Even if you go to purchase the paid plans in the 000 web host, it takes you to the hostinger only. You can see that it is there redirecting to the hostinger only. But to many companies follow this strategy, that is, they will provide all the free resources in one name, and they will provide all the paid resources in the one name. For example, it is because for the brand, if 000 web host is also named as hostinger, some people will blame the hostinger companies that they are providing less space and less disk space, etc. But actually it is free, and so they are providing the limitations. But to keep that company's brand as common, many of the, not only in the hosting companies, many of the companies follow this as they will create new two names, and one for paid products and another one is for free products. And while purchasing a hosting, we need to look on these things. Here you can get the hosting plans as 79 rupees, 159 rupees to 79 rupees. and the free hosting. In free hosting, you can host up to one website. That is, just a minute. Here, the one website refers not to the number of pages. It refers to the number of database used. For example, if you need to install one WordPress site, you need one database, and so it is there. Even it is not too compulsory that we need to buy hosting for all the websites we develop. Even I have bought only one hosting, and in that one hosting I have currently running 4 to 5 websites. That is this hosting is, let me explain by the normal shop rent itself. That is the shop, when we rent a shop, the shop space is yours. You can also divide the shop into 2 shops, and you can develop 2 different shops, or you can do anything, but the shop is yours. The space, they allocate only the space. And limited bandwidth, that is 3 GB, and no mail account will be provided, and support will not be provided. And in the case of singular, the one website can be hosted, and 30 GB discrete is provided, and limited, and the bandwidth also limited, and it's even high, 100 GB, and you can create one mail account, and the support is available, and the free domain. Mostly all the hosting providers will be providing, paid hosting providers will be providing free domain, that is as your .in.com, not, they can provide the paid domain as free for 1 year. But we should take care of which domain we need to use, because while purchasing initially for 1 year, if you can get this .com is free, we can take. But after 1 year, you need to pay that for 2000. Also, even if the domain is free, we need to analyze the need, what domain we need. If you are an organization related to space, you can use the domain as .space. And if you are also is a non-profit organization, you can use .org. And this and you can see the 159 rupees has unlimited bandwidth, 100 mail accounts, etc. And this is unlimited number of sites. That is, you can install n number of sites in the hosting plan. And the thing is, the speed will get varied, because if you installed 10 websites in the same website, and 10 website is a highly viewable website, the speed will be reduced. That is, they will provide only the space and speed. From that, you can use that. Let me sign in. And installing WordPress has 2 options. One is you can install manually. That is, the WordPress, if you buy the WordPress software, that is, if you download, it is an open source software, you can download from wordpress.com itself. If you download that, a zip file will be provided, downloaded for you. You can upload the zip file in you can extract the zip file and upload the documents in the designation area, and you can run the installation. You can run the installation, and you can create a database with the password, and you can also create data, and you can insert. That is a manual process. That is, you need to install a software. Even your documentation will be provided. The manual installation is not only for WordPress. Mostly all the softwares can be in the manner of more manual installation, or else some hosting providers are also providing auto installation. That is, our duty is only to clicking the install button, and will automatically download the folder, and it will automatically extract in the designation place, and it automatically creates a database, and it automatically links to the all these systems too. Here you can say this is the 000 web host platform, where we can host that is, at a limited thing. Here you can see that you can view the website builder and install WordPress. And as I said before, the space is like the file storage, and you can also have the file manager. And if you need to connect the domain, it is also an email forwarders, MySQL, all the other. Here you can see that some of the options are disabled. That is, you can go only with the paid things for these things. And if you click on install WordPress, it will ask for a username, and it will ask for a password, and it will be asking for a URL in which you need to install, and you can click on install. And it will be, the process will be that the same I explained before. It will automatically install the complete software, and you can further move for customization. It takes some time with Mailload, and I will, next thing I will like to show is that cPanel. cPanel is mostly used by cPanel is a company which is offering this control panel setup, and it is a paid it is a paid version. It will be used by many hosting providers. We will be not paying to cPanel as a website developers, and we will not much paying to cPanel. It is needed only for the persons who are providing hostings, that is providing a space in his server. This is more useful to manage all the things in the server itself. If you need to create a mail account, you can create. If you need to create a forward, whatever the options which is you need in that server can be done through this cPanel. That is this cPanel. It also has file backups, and it also has file managers, all the stuff. And the main thing, it also has an IP blocker, hotlink version. Mostly the cPanel options will also, features and options will also based on the cost of that hosting plan. And the main thing is auto installer. That is, you no need to have much knowledge on installing a software. Just a customization of that particular software is enough. For example, if as I said before, if I need to install WordPress, I need to go and download the zip file, extract, and creating a database, like so on so on. And for in the cPanel, there is an option called Softoclus App Installer. This is a platform. They will be providing installations for many of the apps. You can get all types of maximum you can get all types of apps in this platform itself. If you need to create a blog, you can click on blogs, and you can use what are the frameworks available for the sections of blogs. And if you need to install WordPress, you can click and install, and you can just clicking on install. And as I said before, it will show for ask for an admin password. Let me do one thing. Let me install in the software in my subdomain. First, I will be explaining the difference between domain and subdomain. Domain is that it will be in the form of he/she.in. That is, only single dot will be placed before that. You can't get domain with the two dots between the sentence, such as he.fi.in. The dot is more sensitive in the names of domains and etc. And also, and the thing is, while choosing a business name, don't this is why I'm saying that while choosing a business name, don't include dot in that. If you have included dot, that business name cannot be created as a website. For example, we can have a cake shop, and the owner has named as bakery.cake. If the owner has named as bakery.cake, he can keep it as a physical store, such as bakery. Let me just, we can complete this installation. Or I think it is installed here. It's in the installation stage. Okay, first we need to create a password. Temporarily, I will do that. And you can also select the theme now, and or else later. I will explain about themes in the next session, and click on install. And it will install the software in the particular domain. And now we can come back to the subdomain, so that he can keep his. It is installed. Okay. And this takes a while, but it is also looks the same. Here you can say that your WordPress is successfully installed. That is, the WordPress site is successfully installed. This is the site we have installed now. This is the default page like this. And if you need to view the control panel, you need to add your domain, the domain or name of the site /wp-admin. That is WordPress admin. If you click on that, you will be asking for the password and login. And this is the actual place where you will be editing plugins or adding plugins, etc. And we will be developing a page and a basic online store with this WordPress dashboard by tomorrow. If time permits, we can continue by today. And the next is, if he had, says, if he had a dot between them, nobody can get a domain name with a dot. If you need a name as bakery.cake.in, he can't get it. He can get it as bakerycake.in or bakery or another stuff. But slash and dot cannot be used in the domain. The slash and dot cannot be used in the domain. So then while choosing a business name also, we need to be concentrated about this. So that we don't need to worry in the future. In future, if we need a website, we can just we can get a domain and we can use it. Or else, if you are planning to start your business through the website, before choosing a name, you need to choose whether the domain name is available or not. For example, if you are planning to launch hotel, and you have named as recipe time. The hotel name is, if you have named as recipe time and you have completed all the registrations and you are looking for that, we can create a website like recipetime.in, because .com is cost high and .com is cost high, and so you are going to do that. But if the recipetime.in domain is already used by someone, you can't get that. At that time, you need to I have seen many persons have registered their company, and because of this domain inavailability, they will register again. They will cancel the old registration and they will go with new registration. Because in a single domain, one website can be there. Nobody can get get a same domain for two persons. You can get only one. So for that, how we can check that? That can be checked through the Hostinger's domain checker. Because even if somebody asked for a business name or from us, we will use this Hostinger domain checker. Or it is not only provided by the Hostinger, it is provided by many of all the hosting providers. Click on domain and you can click here as a domain checker. That is, let me check with my company name itself. If somebody is, I have the website as hefe.in. If somebody is trying to take my website, if they try to purchase hefe.in, it will be showing this, the domain is already taken. Or let it be amazon.in. So that here is the place we need to refer compulsory. This is, I'm not only preferring the Hostinger domain checker, but we need to prefer for domain checker, because for example, I have used Amazon, you can say that sorry, this domain is not already taken. And you can also see that you can also don't see the more options. You can't also get Amazon.com or Amazon XYZ, Amazon Online, Amazon Live, Amazon Digital. You can't get it. The thing is, Amazon do not buy all these domains. That is Amazon.in 400 rupees, Amazon.com 2000 rupees, Amazon.xyz 2000 rupees. He will not do that. He will don't buy all the domains. That is, he will pay extra for the domain privacy. If most of the hosting providers domain providers have these options. If you provide extra money, all the allies of the domains will be get locked, so that no one can purchase that product. So business who haven't do that will get affected. So here is in the case of domain, and in the case of subdomain is, for example, let me check that whether we can create a domain, get a domain that app.amazon.in. You can't get it because it will be considered as a subdomain, and even in the checking it will take only the amazon.in. But we have entered as app.amazon.in. That is, it will be searching only the domain. The thing is, only the person who have the domain amazon.in can create a subdomain as app.amazon.in. Even That is, we are also in the live. We are also in the live example. The link of the Google is meet.google.com. That is, google.com is a domain, and meet.google.com, drive.google.com, and the others are the subdomains. That is, you can create, you can get a domain and you can install large amount of servers. You can see that google.com is a search engine. Meet.google.com is a video conferencing platform. Drive.google platform is a storage platform. There is no much linking between that. That is the thing. You can also create, the thing is, you can also create a domain in hefe.in. You can also create by a domain hefe.in, and you can also install the WordPress in hefe.in, and you can also install the WordPress as http.hefe.in or heyram.hefe.in. That much. You can install many software with the same domain itself. That is, if you are planning to start a company with various services, that is a group of companies that is creating in the name of one companies. Let it be what we can say. Now you are a businessman and you have hotels, you have dress shops, and you have any other resorts. That if you are not willing to buy a separate domain for three things, you can buy a one domain as head name of the company. And if you can keep the other websites as a subdomain, that is hotels.name.in, restaurants.name.in, resorts.name.in, textile.name.in. So it will be more economic too. And it also helps you to register the name in the mind of the people. You may have, if you have listened to many of the online products, it may be an Amazon, it may be a Facebook or anything, any which will not having much physical interactions. They will mention in the, even in the ads, they will definitely mention the domain too. That is shop at amazon.in, shop as facebook.com. It is the thing that they are registering their company in the minds of the people. So it is very useful for the marketing strategy, and it will be more helpful for to get our brand to reach more peoples, because in the online, reaching brand is the most important thing in there. And having a website will also help you having a website will also help you to get more related links. For example, let we have a small game. That is, I will say three words, you need to find the fourth word. Can we go? No worries, I don't take much time since we have 10 minutes. I will definitely complete that. Can you go with that game? For example, I will say green, status, I hope you have found, and chat. What is the fourth word? Fourth word is maybe the result of this three combinations. Green color, status, chat. Yeah, WhatsApp. That's the thing. Can we go with this game? Yeah, okay, can we go? Okay, now we can go. I'm not much taking more questions. We can complete in the simple itself. Next. Next is orange smile, forest, orange smile, forest, delivery. Amazon, right? Varun has found that. Next, we can go with okay. Now we can, why we need to concentrate only on websites? We can go with the non-technical things too. Mm, Delivery, load, tires, truck. Yeah, this is not. I have say this not only for the game. This is how SEO will go. That is, on having other words, it will the I have already said you that all the websites we develop in the frameworks are finally it will be in the form of code. That is, it will be saying the same in the form of PHP code, and it will be saying the HTML codes, etc. The thing is how you have found in that when I say green color, and chat and status. You also know this WhatsApp. This is how SEO also work. It will check. It will first read the words which is entered by the user, and it will find the words in all the global all the servers. Which server has these words in their respective source code? Which server has their which website, here we can say, we also mention website as a server, and it will go through which website or which source code has the word as the search. If I, for example, let me know, I have also added my portfolio site with SEO, and let me, and my website name is heyram.in, my personal website name. And this is the website, this is my personal website, and this is also a responsive website that I have even also attached the screenshot of this website to in the presentation too. And if we reduce the screen size, it will be automatically changed. So the thing is, this is called responsive and user friendly. According to the screen size, the text size and the image size should get reduced. The text size in this and the text size in this will not be much same. It may somewhere similar, but it will not much similar to same. Now you consider it is completely changed. The menu has gone to the upper side, and the I think it is getting on. Yeah, now the same screen. I have just changed the size of the screen. The menu which is in the left side has gone to the bottom, and the text size may also change. But while seeing website is not much. But if we measure with the physical thing, you can see that the text size of this Heyram AAA is now smaller, and now it's in another size. This is called responsive. All this is called as responsive. That is, all the content in the website should be merged, should be converged or extracted according to the screen size. This will be called as so. Here you can see that Heyram AAA and also name is Heyram. And let me show a post which is posted by me. This is just a post I have mentioned about my IEEE event one event. And here you can see that I have added tags. This tags is very important in the case of SEO. That is, the tag is that it may be considered as the key points of the website. For example, you may also know that every teacher do not have every student will not read the same answer as it is in the book, as without missing a comma or like that. But teachers are evaluating and correcting that. How they do? They will be having only the answer key, which consists not the answers, the key points of that, the key points which should be have in that answers, and they will analyze and they will put marks. This is the key points of that website. This is more important, and try to maintain try to add more default tags in your website. This will be help you to create more visible. The thing is, if I search in the Google as Heyram specifically, then all my links, all my data comes here. It says here it is my company's website profile and it is my portfolio website. And even I go to images, I can get all the images here. That is because of tags. The Google SEO will be searching when a person, that is, when I search Heyram AAA and I click on enter, the Google server will do that. It will get to find that which of the websites source code having the word Heyram AAA. It will analyze all the websites and will be providing this one. And it will not look at us because it is it will be done in a fraction of seconds. But the thing is, in a fraction of second, it will analyze lakhs and lakhs of websites, and it will provide you all the related results. As how I said, orange smile delivery Amazon, orange smile delivery Amazon, forest Amazon. And so it is not the only for the question. Amazon is not only the answer. Even I don't know, somebody know another answer which is suits this keywords. And like that, so Google will provide all the related results in this page, and we can get the responsive. Since you have seen that my site name is also Heyram Triple and my another thing is also Heyram Triple. Now, but I am also volunteering in IEEE too. So, and if I someone researches Heyram IEEE, that even at that time I will get the same profile. But why we need to get that? My name is Heyram Triple. It's IEEE. Why we need to get that? That is because of tags. I have tagged in many all the events as Heyram IEEE too. You can have a name, one main name in the website, and you can tag whatever the additional datas or the stuffs you need to add. You can also. And I have also added leadership, volunteering, webinar, website, etc. So that anyone can even it is also it all my profile. It is my profile at YSist. It is my profile at LinkedIn. It is my personal website. It is also a profile and it is in our college website. It is at SPSA. So all is linking because of that tags. But initially we will not much aware about the usage of the tags. We will just why we need to ask add tags. We can leave that. But tags are most important thing in the website. And I hope I have provided some knowledge. I have provided some much knowledge in the website designing, and we can view the live demo of creating a website. That is not creating a website. We have already installed and activated this website. We have already installed and activated this website. Now this is also considered a website. Anyone can view this, but the thing is how we are going to customize that. Yeah, no, so tomorrow we will be meeting with customizing this website by creating a page and creating a post and some other themes, and we know about plugins, themes, and some other stuffs. And finally, I can provide since the contest we are also having a website contest. So finally, I will be providing some basic knowledge on how to create a setup and e-commerce store that will be that can be explained, and I will be sharing that hosting sheet with the updated since the sheet contain only hosting platforms. I didn't add other platforms like the Google sites with etc. And I will update that sheet and I will share to you. And if you have any questions regarding hosting or other things, you can reach me out at any time. Yeah, thank you. If you have any queries, kindly post in the chat box or unmuting is also a good source of interaction. I think so. It will be completed in an easy way. Okay, Dheeraj. How do company reserve all domain names including the brand name? It is it is an additional chargeable one. You can lock there is an option called locking your domain or securing your domain like that. That is you need, but the cost is higher. The cost is higher, but it is lower when compared to buying all the domains. Because if Amazon if they don't have an option like this, and if you secure their domain, they need to buy all the domain as Amazon.in, Amazon.com, Amazon etc. And buying is also a simple task literature, but they also need to renew year by year. So they all the host, even while purchasing the domain itself, you can get that option. You can get that option as a lock my domain name or a private your domain like that. It is the name of that option will be changes from companies to company. So while buying, you can verify that and you can secure your domain name. I think I have answered your question. Okay, next Angel, sir, are you working as a freelancer? How much you can a freelance web developer? The thing is, I'm it is just a startup company, and before that, I'm working as a freelancer, and I have developed many, sir, not directly from my side, from other sources, from other sources, the development side I have worked. But the thing is, the full-fledged web developer, that is, you should have all the knowledges on the website, whatever you have. But and the main thing is, website designing is also not an easy job. You can find that it is just a drag and drop. Why we need to do that? It is a easy. But the thing is, here you will be the investment is not only if I need to not only in the form of money. That is buying hosting, buying domains, etc. You need to invest your whole time. You need to keep updated what are the technologies are arising, what are the new errors are coming, and you also need to work on the security sides, how to make our site to be secure. Even many companies are there to secure your site. Even I can show an example with shark hosting. Even shark hosting is security, and it is also in a paid way, monthly paid basis. This is a general sharp hosting, and you can see that for fraud lab secured. And if you need that, there are you can see that this is a solution company offering web security. So there are more options for basically more options in there. But if you are a full-fledged developer, you can earn a charge of 1,000 per hour, because if in that time you no need much time in researching, so that you can develop fast and your output will be also so good. That is, no, you cannot be a good developer even in a single website. You need to work on hundreds of website, and you need to know more about hundreds of domains, etc. And I hope many IEEE members are here. If you are an IEEE member, it is more useful to doing volunteering, because many people hesitate to do volunteer. That is why we need to work without getting paid. But IEEE volunteer is a place where you can get many, you can work a lot of things. New challenges will arise day by day, and from that you can get to know about more plugins, because the amount of plugins available in the WordPress repository and in the other paid license platforms, it is more n number of plugins are available. But the thing is, sometimes for a same work, two plugins will be available. One will be cost lesser in cost, and one will be higher in cost. But the plugin with lesser in cost will be better than the plugin with the higher in cost. The thing is, you need to analyze, you need to read the documentation, you need to analyze the, and now as of now I have earning some moderate income for 5 to 6 Ks. So it will be, but the thing is, need to get experience. Even I would say I am not much experienced in WordPress, because since large number of plugins, even I don't know the some of the plugins which I have in my hand. So the plugins options are available. That is the main feature of the open source and the plugin system. If WordPress does not provide any plugin systems, it's just WordPress. We don't know anything. Only the plugins which is provided by WordPress will be working. The thing is, since it is a plugin framework is also open source, everybody can plug it. Everybody can work in that. So the amount of knowledge we need is much, and it will not go to the end. We need to keep on updated. That is the thing we need to. I hope I have answered your question. Next question: how secure are the sites? Secure. Supriya, I think your question is how can we secure the site made with WordPress? The basic security can be added by the SSL. This is a basic certificate which is provided for a website, that is SSL. The SSL also has many types. It is based on the rate, and Cloudflare is also providing free SSLs, and Hostinger is also providing free SSL certificates. The thing is, if you don't have much SSL, at least you need to have the basic SSL. If you don't have the basic SSL here, you will be getting an error in the Chrome itself, like the site is not secure. Let me show you a site, but I think it is whether it is active or not. Yeah, here you can find that not secure. Let me zoom in. Here in the top of the link itself, it's a not secure. It is much fine for just a website without much viewers, because the websites which the hackers will hack website only which has many viewers. For practicing, it is not much needed. But if it is a real-time website, the SSL is compulsory. At least the basic SSL is needed compulsory, so that the site can be secure. Or if it is because the payments websites are mostly used for payments, so the security is also more important. Or else if it is this is Shark Hosting is a hosting company, so there are many payments features are there. So the thing is, just reduce his work. Even the owner of the Shark Hosting can manage the SSL and the security purpose too, but he cannot manage the full time. And so for yeah, just like that, for I can't keep on maintaining the server, and so I have reached a Shark Hosting. Shark Hosting can't keep maintaining his security, and so Shark Hosting reaches fraud lab security. This is the chain which the developers will go, and this is how the IT field is emerging day by day. I hope I have answered your question. The next thing is GoDaddy. Yeah, GoDaddy is also a hosting provider. Yeah, I don't say that GoDaddy is not a good hosting. GoDaddy is also hosting provider. You can prefer that too. You can prefer by the means of money, what the charges they are getting, and you can prefer the facilities available, features available. Since if you are using if you are using a website like Wix, if you created a website in Wix, you can't export that Wix website to any other because Wix is a software. It is not an open source software. It is owned only by Wix. So if whatever while I am purchasing the Wix cost is just 350 rupees, but it is not for the whole year, but it is much higher. So if I need to convert my Wix site into another hosting, it's not that because Wix is not an open source software. So it is owned only by Wix. But in case of WordPress, I can develop the site, and if I need to migrate my site to sharp hosting to GoDaddy, it is also possible. So all the hosting providers are there. The thing is how it is efficient for you and how it is needed for you, and based on your requirement. That is the main thing you need to concentrate on. I hope Ratish, I have answered your question, and I think this will be your question since you have mentioned only the name is GoDaddy. I can't get it. If your question is another question, kindly post that too. Sir, can you share some mobile application for web designing? Not much mobile. There is no mobile application for web designing. It is tough. You can use one thing is there. You can use WordPress.com. That is the WordPress.com site can be edited with the mobile application. You can search for just WordPress. WordPress. No other there. Just you can search for WordPress in the Play Store and you can get the app. But it is creating apps in the mobile is not much efficient, and maximum try to go with the other laptop. That is you can also create your own blog at Blogspot. That is also possible at mobile itself. Blogger and WordPress. You can use the mobile apps. Thank you. Just a minute. I will back to my question. I have where I have lived. Yeah, I got it. Sir, can you say how can we earn by doing website? Yeah, you can earn. In case of earnings, it is depends on you because the website by doing website you can earn in many forms. One is developing a content website and adding a Google AdSense to that, so that the viewers view you can get some revenue from the AdSense. This is one option, or reselling the products. Even Amazon, Flipkart, or many are having the affiliate marketing systems. That is, you can get the product links from the Amazon. Its term name is affiliate marketing. Just take a note of it. Through the affiliate marketing system, you can create an online store, or you can create a website, and you can create the products of them. Such as if you are registered as an Amazon affiliate, you can add the Amazon product in your site and you can add a link of that product. That is, a referral link will be provided, generated for you specifically, and you can add. So when someone you have added, that is, the link is on Amazon, which is an affiliate link. That is, it is a unique link for you. And when someone clicks, go to a website and click on purchase now, and they have purchased some that product, some amount of commissions you can earn. This is affiliate marketing is now booming in all the sectors because it has a great reach and it's also more useful. Even in you may also see some of the ads and other things on the YouTube. All the ads which you found in the internet are not posted. I can't say even a single ad is not posted, but some they posted. But all the ads is not posted by the companies. Some amount of ads are posted by the affiliate marketers, so that they can post as when someone purchases, they can get some commissions. Affiliate marketing system is also available in Amazon, Flipkart, and it is mainly more than in some companies also offer 40% of the affiliate commission. So that like you can earn, or you can also develop the website for others, so that you can get a designing charge, or you can site for others, or you can have the website revenue is not only just designing. After there is an updation, maintenance, so many stuff are there. So if you are became a full-fledged web developer, or if you are ready with the other affiliate marketing systems or the advertisement systems, you can earn more. I hope I have answered your question. Okay, sir, is Blogger good for writing blogs? Yeah, it's good for writing blogs, and you can also Google Blogger also support with AdSense too. You can get, you can create, you can continuously write blog, but the thing is, your content should be more worthy, so that many views can, and based on the views, they can approve your AdSense, because Google now do not provide AdSense for all the users. There is some criteria that the website should have this much of content and this much of views and so on so on. So you can use the bloggers also, because it is a free source, and you can write blogs and more, and you can, and after receiving some reaches, you can also apply for AdSense, because we found that the AdSense cost not much. It provide us 10 paisa, 20 paisa. That looks like why it is so less we will get. But the thing is, the views will be more and more, because if it is if we click on auto ad option in the Google Ads, it will place the advertisement wherever it can. So large number of, even at a single website loading, you can get 10 views. That the thing, the AdSense can earn more. So that you can try use the blogger and write blogs, but the thing is, try to don't just write the blog, don't just write the blog and keep it. Try to market your blog skills. Without marketing or without viewers, you can't it is not only in the basics of money. It will be, if somebody have you view your blogs, you can also earn. But and also they can also get some knowledge and the comments. When somebody say that, even many YouTube channels are creating their next videos basic on the YouTube comments. They are analyzing, as I said before, first analyze the customers needs. That is the thing. If you customer, so advertise your blog in the friend circles or in the any WhatsApp groups, since due to lockdown, many WhatsApp groups are available for us. And you can also, and I go, you can also, someone has this habit. If we join a WhatsApp group for the event, if after event then we will just left from the group. But instead of lefting from the group, if you use the group, because after some days of the event, no one, the admin should do not take care of the group. It should be as it is. At that time, you can share your blog references, you can share your works, or you can share advertisements, etc. So it will be help to get more market. I hope I have answered your question. Let me skip to the next question. You created your website by pure coding or absolutely WordPress. I am also not much aware of complete coding. It is completely built with WordPress. Even the website I have shown is that, let me explain about the themes. This is called a content management system. The website, just a minute, I will share my screen. If my screen is visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, this is the page. Okay, this is the page. That is, if I click going on blog, here you can see the list of blogs. Many blogs are, but I'm not do that. I will go to this page and adding a new topic and moving this topic to here, this topic to here. This is not like that. I will add all the post in the dashboard in the one page only. It will be added in the single page only, but it will be changed and displayed accordingly to the here. This is called a content management system. That is, the content will be managed, and the output will be provided. And this website is also made with WordPress, and this too is also made with WordPress. The designs are different, and they have maintained the color scheme, and these two websites are made with complete WordPress.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry for the interruption, but can we wind up by 4:50 because we have a following session by 5?
Yeah,
So,
sure. I will wind up soon.
yes, sir.
Okay, next, which is better, VS Code or WordPress for beginners? For beginners, WordPress will be best, which is they can also create with many other advanced websites and other tools, so it will be easy. Sir, what is the installation should keep before ready next session? Just I will share the hosting, free hosting provider links on the through the through the organizers. Just choose any one of the hosting platform and keep the WordPress installed. Almost all the links I was shared support WordPress installation, so it's enough. And if you don't know installation, it's much easy. Just to search in YouTube, or for all your questions, you have the answer in YouTube. Just to how to install WordPress in that company name, you can get to know and you can install there. And working when live, because the Google Meet and WordPress editing with the two also consumes more internet, so it will be somewhat difficult. You can take a notes and you can proceed further. That will be good. Or if you have high-end systems, or if you didn't face any hang-ups or challenges, you can also work at the live itself. Yeah, okay. The next thing is, sir, the next session shall be starting soon. Okay, okay. So I have completed. If you have any queries, we can take it up by tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was really a great informative session, and here we have a small token of appreciation for you. I request the moderator to present the screen. I request the moderator to present the token of appreciation for sir. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, yes, sir. Also, there is a small prerequisite for the next session. We request you to download the Mobilize desktop app so that the next session can be hands-on. So here we go, sir. Thank you so much again, sir. It was a really great session. I hope the participants got a lot to learn.
Thank you for your session.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Also, I request all the participants to fill the feedback form so that it helps us to bring such further events. And also, there is a registration link for web development competition which is going to be held on Sunday. Please do register for that too. And yeah, I request all the participants to join a few minutes earlier for the next session. There will be a small interactive session with the speaker. So I guess, yeah, I request everybody to turn on their camera so that we can take a photo. Everybody, please turn on your cameras. Everybody, please turn on your cameras. We are going to take a photo. Thank you. It's done. Thank you. Everybody may leave the meeting now. Link for the next session is in the WhatsApp group, so you can join using that.